In this video, I'll install the new Fedora 43 on my Intel MacBook Pro to see how it performs. So, Fedora 43 released just a few days ago, and supposedly comes with a lot of improvements. Oh, and I've never used Fedora by the way, so I'm quite excited. So this is a Retina MacBook Pro, this one being the mid-2014 model. It has a 2.6 GHz dual-core i5, 8 GB of DDR3 RAM, a 120 GB SSD, and of course the beautiful Retina display. Right now it has Big Sur installed, which is no longer supported by Apple, and as such this MacBook is considered obsolete. But before we install Fedora, I want to clean it and apply new thermal paste, as it hasn't been cleaned or opened, well, ever. One of the reasons that I bought the M2 2 years ago was that it just ran insanely hot, so hopefully a good cleaning can help with that. If you don't care for this process, feel free to skip to this point in the video, where the Fedora installation begins. This computer is quite special to me. It was the first computer I ever bought with my own money. I bought it in 2014 when I was in high school, and I've used it every day until I bought my M2 MacBook Air a few years ago. Since then, it's only been gathering dust under my bed. That's a shame, for it's still a capable system, which is why I want to try out Fedora. If I do end up liking it, however, I might just distro hop from Mint to Fedora on my 2011 iMac 2. Okay, moment of truth. What does 10 plus years of daily use look like? Wow, oh my god, see that cloud that just went out. This is definitely due for a cleanup. Alright, let's first make sure that we unplug the battery. Remove this thing. After removing these small rubber covers from the screws, I can remove the screws from the heatsink. This is definitely quite dry. Chalky perhaps. Let's carefully unplug the webcam cable and then the fan connector. I need to be quite gentle with this. Now we can lift up the fan. Yep, quite filthy. Let's open it up. So there's only one big lump of dust. Otherwise it's just on the fans. Not too bad actually. This isopropyl alcohol will come in clutch. Let's begin with the heatsink. This is very satisfying. Paper towel will do the rest now. I can just vacuum this part. There, all clean. Let's get rid of the generous amount of thermal paste from Apple. Now the fan. I can loosen the dirt with this brush and then suck it up. And now we can reassemble it. I then went over the whole system with an anti-static brush and the vacuum. I'm not sure whether this was a good idea, but hopefully you don't follow this as a guide. Let's pop the fan in and reattach the two cables. Time for thermal paste. And there. Now the heatsink. So I made sure to screw them in a zigzag pattern to spread the paste evenly. Put that thing back in. Wipe the battery with a microfiber cloth. Then the cover got the vacuum with the brush attachment. Nice. Let's reconnect the battery and then finally screw the cover into place. I think a little cleanup is due. Ah, that felt good, didn't it? Moment of truth. All good. Nice. So with that, we can finally begin the install. First we need to grab the ISO, the leading Linux desktop. Cool. Download now. I use Balena Etcher to flash the USB with the ISO. Let's plug it in and restart holding the Option key. I select the EFI boot. Start Fedora Workstation. There's the logo. And we are in. Welcome to Fedora Linux. Thanks. Install. Language English. Keyboard Danish. How would you like to install? Use entire disk. I understand. Erase and install. Successfully installed. Well, that went smooth. Reboot. And we're in. English. Privacy. Let's turn those off. Copenhagen. Third-party repositories, enable, name, foci. Can you guess my password? All done. We need to get OBS installed right away, but first I want to update the system. Take a tour? Sure. Superkey, workspaces, gestures, do these work? Swipe up and down, cool. Workspaces, yeah, cool. Let's open the terminal and run sudo dnf update. So I couldn't get OBS to run, but then I remembered one of you recommending GPU screen recorder, which works great. Well, except for the fact that it recorded in the Retina display's native resolution, which my M2 MacBook Air definitely couldn't handle, so I had to revert all footage to 1080p. Oops. Okay. Oh, and I also installed the Wi-Fi drivers. Anyway, let's run a fast fetch first off. Everything seems fine here. Oh, hi Normo. Let's get local sent so I can get a very cool list. Thank you again Normo for making this for me. It includes some great options for extensions and apps, and I'll use it throughout the video. But let's first have a look around. Settings. Okay, appearance. We have a dark mode, accent colors, and a handful of wallpapers. They're pretty boring. I miss the liquid wallpaper from CashieOS. Let's stick with the default. Wi-Fi, yeah, installed that before. It works perfectly. Network, here you can set up a VPN. Bluetooth, display, everything looks alright. Oh, there's also a night light. Neat. Power, performance. Why not enable that now that the fan is dusted and ready to go? Multitasking, hot corner, singular. Do I just get one? Huh? Active screen edges, cool. Pretty much the same as on Mint. Online accounts. Oh, this is nice. I'll have to set up my uni OneDrive later. It even supports Exchange. Nice. Okay, now I want to try different extensions, but first I need the extension manager. So it's not in the App Store, huh? Extension manager Gnome, I suppose. Open link. Here it is, but with no text. What? Open? Oh, it worked. Blow my shell. That's cool. Clipboard indicator. It's just clipboard history. That's smart. There's two. Which one has the most downloads? Let's go with this one. Okay, let's try. Control C. And then it's just up here. Okay. Dash to dock. Adds a dock like on Mac OS. Yeah, I want that. Icon size. Shrink the dash. Cool. Customize dash color. Ooh, I can pick a color from the wallpaper. Nah, this is a little light. Yeah, this is better. Dash to panel. No, I don't want that. Looks ugly in my opinion. Well, I agree. Emoji copy. Keybind super period. Okay, nice. Just perfection. Tweak tool to customize Gnome shell. Cool. I'll play around with that later, I think. Vitals? This is pretty convenient. Kiwi menu. macOS inspired quick menu. As a macOS enjoyer, I do like that. So here I spent 10 minutes trying to get the webcam to work, but I couldn't. Do you know of a solution? Okay, let's now do some stuff. First I want to connect my university OneDrive. Oh, I need to send a request to the admin, whoever that is. Well, okay. Now I want to try only Office, which I've been using a lot since I switched to Linux. It's basically a free copy of the Microsoft Office suite. Yep, it works totally fine, although the UI is a bit large. Let's get Blanket. I use this a lot too. It's just an app that plays background sounds. You can even play multiple at once. Gaming maybe? Let's install 0AD. Okay, this is really small and it's like the cursor is a bit below the cursor on the screen, if that makes sense. Can I scale up the game? It seems I can't. Oh well, it's not like I'll be gaming on the computer anyway. Let's get Zen, which is my preferred browser. Meanwhile, let's see if we can connect to my NAS. Network. Oh, it's right there. Let's play a video file. Yeah, this works perfectly. Nice. Can I move stuff to it as well? Yeah, no problem. Cool. Alright, let's get on the internet. Welcome to Akoma Internet. Thanks. I start by logging into my Notion. Cool. Let's start light doing some browsing. Wikipedia, chimpanzee. Yeah, this is no problem at all. Time for the real test. Watching YouTube videos. Foci, will I show up? Yes, finally. Okay, let's try to stream in 4K. The idea was to have a useful system in my living room. Yeah, this is a bit sluggish. 1440p as few maybe? Distractions as possible. But since then, Linux has also become a main topic for this channel. Oh, no problem at all. Nice. Okay, let's test the speakers. From every Linux install I've done on Macs, the audio has been pretty bad. Let's see. Crab rave, because I'm a man of culture. Oh yeah, they definitely sound as good as on macOS. Nice, that's awesome. Okay, let's install Discord as well. And it's all done. So this is the server I made for this community. You should consider joining. There you can give me feedback, suggest ideas, or just ask me any and all questions, and of course talk to other members of this community. The link on screen is also in the description to this video. Conclusion. So in this video I did two things. First was cleaning my old MacBook, and then installing a modern Linux distro on it. Second was me trying Fedora for the very first time. The MacBook handles Fedora really well. I'm quite surprised of how snappy the system is. Before the Mac was just gathering dust under my bed, but now it feels like an essentially new computer. Sure, it's 11 years old, but the Retina display still looks absolutely amazing. The build is solid, and the hardware components perform quite amazingly for the task that I threw at it in this video, which are really the task that I do the most: editing documents, reading PDFs, browsing the net, and watching YouTube videos. Having a Linux laptop is something I'm quite excited about, for this means I can bring it to work in uni and see how that goes. As such, switching entirely to Linux, since I now have it on this computer, my iMac, and also my gaming PC. Hopefully this video can inspire some of you too to do the same, if you have an older Mac or laptop lying around. If not, you can buy them very cheap on Marketplace and the like. Second thing was me trying Fedora for the first time. Of course I need to use it for a few weeks before I have a proper assessment of how I like it. That said, I'm definitely going to install Fedora on my iMac as well, for I already prefer it over Linux Mint. I'll certainly make an update video in a few weeks, as there's a lot of things and applications I want to try, and also customize it even further. Yeah, so that's really all I have for this video. Thank you so much for watching, and if you have any ideas or suggestions, please write a comment. I do read all comments and try to reply to them all as well. Or you could consider joining the Discord, where you can chat with me directly and other members of a small growing community. Oh, and thanks for all of the comments on the CashOS video. I'm already working on an update video, trying out all of your recommendations. Okay, bye.